Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I wanted to come on here and talk about some really cool things that I've experienced over the last couple of years and really learned to embody on this journey of self and self-worth and knowing who you are and moving into the greatest version of yourself and understanding that you all have masculine and feminine energies. And I talked about this in my last live, but I want to go deeper into it today because it's a beautiful gift to the world when you are balanced with your masculine and feminine energies. And I want to show you what it looks like when your masculines are energies inside of you are in alignment and your feminine energies inside of you are in alignment. And so your masculine energies, and again, this is not male, female, this is not a gender thing, this is energetically, there is a masculine and a feminine energy, there's polarity in the quantum fields, negatives and positives, dark and light. And so the polarity with inside of you and how that looks like when you're balanced in that space. And so it's a beautiful understanding and gift when you have these energies balanced, because it really is a dance with the universe and it's a dance with life, and it is incredible. And so with that, we'll go into the masculine energies. Now, the masculine energies, when they are in their wounded energies or their boy energies is what I call it, not the man energies, right? And again, not male, female. We're talking about, the divine masculine in its power inside of you is motivation, it's drive, it's intuition. It's a container with inside your energetic fields that is solid and grounded, and the masculine grounds your energy into the 3D reality, right? So the masculine energy is this earthly plane, it is this physical form of your body, and it is embodiment of this earthly plane. And oh, hi baby, you're my daughter just joined. Hi honey, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you're having an amazing time on spring break. I love you. And so the masculine energies are a container that are holding your energies. And it's a really cool thing to understand when your masculine energies are in alignment. Again, your inner masculine and your inner feminine, not your outer masculine and your outer feminine. Hi baby. And your inner masculine is your money, it is your motivation, it is your drive, it is your determination. And when that is out of balance, it looks like overworking and not being not ambitious, because that's when you're in alignment, but it looks like overworking, it looks like burnout, it looks like hustle, it looks like everything. But when you're in the divine masculine energies that are in balance in your body, you're working, and you're working in flow with the feminine energies too. And I'll go into when the feminine energies are not in alignment in a minute. But the masculine energies, when they're in alignment, it means that you're like, your money container is good, your stability is good, you are structured. Now, there was a moment in time where I had to deal with a lot of my inner wounds, right? And my trauma that was coming through. And when my trauma came through from my childhood, your inner child's always going to come through your trauma. My divine masculine was out of whack. And so my money was all out of whack at one time, and my life was out of whack at one time, and I had to balance my feminine and masculine energies within inside of me, and knowing the balance between working hard and not working for validation or working for anything other than really truly just having stability and being grounded within you. And that's what your masculine energies are. They're the container of the physical world. And the feminine energies are the creative, they're the flow, they're intuitive, they're out in the imagination space, and the feminine energies create life. And so when you are on the beautiful journey of the divine masculine, divine feminine energies within inside of you, again, it's not male, female, it's the energies within inside of you, the polarity, you're working with the divine feminine energies. That's when you're in creative. That's when you're in flow. That's when you're leaning back and you're receiving and you're giving and taking in life. And it's this beautiful balance, right? And so it is such a gift to understand that we have these energies within inside of us. And when they're in alignment, your life is in flow, and you work and you do amazing things, but you're not working for validation. You're working for stability, for structure, and you're creating things, and ideas are coming through you, and you're changing the world, and you're living in your purpose, and you're doing things at a higher frequency. And when you understand when you're doing things at a higher frequency, that is when you start to embody in the physical world, and the thing you're creating from a super high frequency, that's in the feminine energies, right? When the feminine energies are not in alignment, it's a very needy energy. It's a very codependent energy. It's very much like you want to be rescued, right? And so knowing and understanding who you are in both the masculine and feminine energies and the polarity of who you are, it's such a gift. Because you get to dance with life, and you get to, believe me, I work very, very hard. But what I've learned is that the hustle is a wounded masculine, and the needing to be rescued is the wounded feminine. And so the divine woman inside of you shows up as the creative, the flow, the intuition, and then you act from that space. And that's where you take the motivation and you drive, and you act from a space of higher frequencies, not from fear, anger, hurt, sadness, or guilt and shame, or lower frequencies, but from a place where you're embodied. And you're in a good space of, okay, I'm going to work here really hard, but then I'm going to rest, and I'm going to recuperate. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to dance with the universe, right? So it is never about the hustle and the grind and working more or harder. It is never about forcing manifestations to happen, because that's manipulation, not manifestation. The manifestation process, guys, is being balanced in these two energies and understanding that there is a time to work, and then there's a time to create, and there's a time to merge the two, and there's a time to reconnect with you and understand who you are. And your neural net pathways will always, your thoughts become patterns, and your patterns become beliefs, and your beliefs become your reality, guys. And so your neural net pathways, if you're going through the trauma in your masculine energies or your feminine energies, it will show up as trauma bonding. And whether it's within an intimate relationship, or whether it's in just with your children or your business people or your clients, if you're trauma bonding with them, it will come up in the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine. And a lot of the times it's related to your feminine wound, which is wounded, or your masculine wound, which is wounded. And so I want you to take a look back at your family, and look at how your childhood, what was wounded, was the trauma of the wounded feminine or the trauma of the wounded masculine coming into your life now. Because you have a choice. You don't have to live the next generation. And I say this to my beautiful daughters all the time. They are the greatest version of me, and they're a better version of me, because they're here to be a better version of you. You don't have to take on your family trauma and ancestral trauma. And you get to heal the energies within inside of yourself and do the inner work. Nothing, not one thing is outside of you. I promise you that, guys. And so when you understand that it is an internal game, everything that is showing up in your external reality is really a version of you in your internal reality. But all versions of you exist in the infinite field of possibilities, and you truly can be anything or do anything you want to be. And I promise you, it is all inside of you, guys. The work is not outside of you. The work is inside of you. And if something is showing up in your life, a person, a place, a situation, a trauma, it is you in your trauma, in your wounded masculine or your wounded feminine. It is never, ever, ever outside of you. It is there to show you, to guide you, to teach you to a better version of yourselves. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day, and I love you so, so much. Know and understand that this is really an internal game, and everything you are seeking outside of you is inside of you, and turn that inside, that microscope inside, and start to do the work internally, and your life will change forever. I promise you that. I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day.